Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Avernum 4. Last episode, we pretty much looked at the path that was available between the checkpoint between Fort Monastery and Fort Draco, and basically made it to Fort Draco. Now that we're here, we can actually go inside and take a look around. So let's do so. You are at the front gates of Fort Draco, the largest military installation in northern Avernum. The largest settlement is the city of Formello to the east. Once, Fort Draco was the smelting capital of Avernum. Merely thinking of the place was enough to get you covered in a thick layer of soot. Now that more people have moved here, those operations have been moved north. Things are much more active now than they were when you were last here, traveling through on the way to Fort Monastery. The soldiers are on alert, merchants are unloading goods, and there's a lot of tension in the air. As you pass through the gates, a sentry in the guardhouse tells you to halt. After asking who you are and where you're from, he says, "Commander Anford left orders. All new Avernite agents and soldiers in town need to see him. He's in the barracks, southeast corner. And don't delay, a lot has been going on." Well, okay then. Like most soldiers, this woman strongly resents the glamour, excitement, and freedom of your adventurer's lifestyle. She glumly and resentfully speaks with you for a short time, but she makes sure you don't profit from it. Okay. And that's a passage underneath. We'll take a look down there later. Well, this looks like it's the barracks. And that must be Commander Anford. I can't go in there. You meet Commander Anford, the top officer at Fort Draco. He's been stationed here for decades. In that time, he's seen countless crises. As badly as things are going now, he is taking it in stride. He is very tall and thin, and his skin is the standard pale of lifelong Avernites. He is quite frail in his advanced years. He looks to be at least 40, a ripe old age in these caverns, but he's also an experienced leader. He stands up from his desk, which is covered with neat stacks of orders, maps, and casualty reports, and shakes your hand. "Ah, I heard we'd got someone from the outlying regions, and an adventurer no less. Good to see you. Why don't you report on what's been going on out there, and then we can settle down to making you useful." "I have traveled here from Fort Monastery, and tell him about it." Anford listens to your tale with great interest. When you tell him about the goblins in Nephilim, he takes notes. When your story concludes, he nods. "Well, it sounds like you have had a much easier time than we have. No offense. Goblins in Nephilim are a happy mushroom picnic compared to what we have been dealing with. Still, it is good to hear that Fort Monastery still exists. We had doubts. Now then, I should tell you more about what we've been facing. I can use your help." "Tell me about what has been happening." He shakes his head. "It's been a painful few weeks. I've lived through the Nephilim Wars, the Slith Wars, the Empire Invasion. I've seen a lot, but this is new to me. Avernum is being attacked. Whether it is an invasion or a series of coincidental assaults, we're not sure, but things have begun to go wrong. There are creatures in the rivers that prevent boats from traveling, and shade creatures have appeared in the middle of the cities, and they have defied any attempt to dislodge them. And, of course, as always happens when chaos strikes, all the lurking monsters have come out of the lower tunnels to feed off of our misfortune." "Tell me about the creatures in the rivers." "Little is known. They are large, they have tentacles and teeth. They only appeared a few weeks ago, and they sink any boat that leaves port." "Why can't we fight them?" "I'm sure the wizards are working on a way, but they swim deep and the water is fast, dark, and cold. We don't have a solution yet. Maybe soon, but not yet." "Where did they come from?" "Nobody knows. Maybe they're being bred somewhere. We don't know where." Okay. "There are shades in the cities?" "Well, I only have this second hand, and I know it's hard to believe. They look like shades, sort of, but they are tall and black and wreathed in shadows and powerful. One appeared in the middle of Formello, stood there for a while, and then disappeared, and then returned later. I've heard others are afflicting cities to the south. Almaria, Darman, Silvar. Never seen anything like it. And they aren't friendly." "What do they do when they are there?" "Not much. Stand still, watch, and occasionally, for no reason we can tell, they swoop out and kill someone. Sometimes a guard, sometimes a normal person, a merchant or farmer. Of course, everyone in the city is terrified." "Has anyone tried to kill the shades?" "Our soldiers have tried several times. Adventurers, too. And of course they finish up dead very fast. Didn't even get close to the creatures. It's yet another problem for our wizards to solve, and I hope they try hard. Widespread panic in the cities is not, I think, what we need. What else do we know about them? Well, we don't know what they are, what they want, where they are from, where they go when they disappear, why they disappear, what they eat, what they think, or if they love. All we know is that they stand there and kill people. But I'm sure when we've had more than a week or two to think about it, we'll know more. And there have been lots of monster attacks? Many of them. Why, you've recently experienced that firsthand. The hard part is sorting out the random raids from assaults that are part of a pattern, or invasion. Oh goody, so there's problems everywhere. So it sounds like all the major cities are dealing with this, as far as we can tell. The only ones you didn't mention were Kotra and Blosk. Well, Kotra, I hope, was rebuilt after the last disaster. Blosk, hopefully it's fine. What task did you want me to do? Well, there have been lots of monster attacks recently. Parasites feeding on the carnage. You've experienced that firsthand. There's been something else lately. Something that has made me suspicious. North of the fort is the entrance to an old mine. Played out, abandoned. Some miners have been attacked near there recently. By undead. Skeletons and zombies. No casualties, nothing serious. People around here learn to run fast. But something about this doesn't seem right to me. Go up to those mines. Investigate. See where the undead came from. Those are your orders. How do I get there? Leave the fort and follow the road to the north a few miles. The abandoned mine will be to the east. You'll know you've found it when horrible undead creatures are trying to kill you. Who's creating the undead? Now, isn't that an interesting question? Just what I want you to find out. Commander Anford shuffles through his papers as he speaks with you, making notes, signing orders, and looking over maps. He's been at this job long enough to concentrate on several things at the same time, as he usually has to. Can you spare some supplies for me? It's not likely. Because of the difficulty of transporting goods, we only have enough to sustain ourselves. Probably not even that. How long have you been stationed here? Since a long time ago. I knew the dragon Mortax. That's how long. Who is Mortax? One of the dragons who lived in Avernum. They're all gone now, of course. Mortax was the friendliest to humans. He lived in the caves in the northeast, and the Empire murdered him. Oh, this was all quite a few years ago, back before Avenites were free to return to the surface. Yes, I imagine. Yes, I'm right. This is a big change. Mortax was up in these caves, and this passage here connected directly to Fort Draco. The passage underneath would have gone up into one of these areas of Formello. This entire area was shifted south, or this entire area was shifted north, or expanded, or something like that. I know that they try to explain the changes that happen around the area as cavequakes, but come on! Cavequakes cannot cause that! It's ridiculous. Okay, all the job boards out here. Let's see. There is a giant lizard lair in the Longtail lands west of Fort Draco. This would not normally be a concern, except that a gazer beast lives among them. It would be best if it were slain before it can find a mate. Commander Anford of Fort Draco will pay a bounty to any adventurer who can slay the foul creature. Well, we did that. A sealed letter has been tacked to this board. It is addressed to Genevieve, the librarian of Formello. Formello is the largest city in northeastern Avernum. It is east of Fort Draco. You will promise an unspecified payment upon delivery of the letter. Fair enough. A hastily scrawled message was tacked to the board. I was farmer, driven out. Name is Damien. Am going up to mines north of Fort Draco to work. Forgot seeds, hidden under farmhouse near Fort Draco. Good seeds, want them if I'm going to start farming. Bring them to me and I do for you what I can. Damien. Well, we have the seeds, so we'll bring them to him. The message is short and simple. Potion Master Hank of Fort Draco requires ingredients to make potions of value to the soldiers of Avernum. Rank will reward the first adventurer to bring him a quality sprig of grey mold. Payment will be 3 quality potions. Fair enough. You tell Anford about your destruction of the Gazer Beast. He is pleased. He gives you a pouch of coins. Thank you. Keep an eye on the job board. There may be more work for you soon. Gladly. Oh, look at this. There is a large worm infestation in the tunnels south of Fort Draco. Most likely the creatures are being created by a single queen worm. This disgusting creature should be killed before it does more damage. Commander Anford of Fort Draco will pay a bounty to any adventurer who can slay the foul creature. We will do that. Just you wait. That's trash. Speaking with this panicked townsperson is a mistake. You are peppered with a flood of questions about events in Avernum. Take some time to escape from the conversation. There's a sage wandering around this small pool, lost in thought. Sages are very valuable in Avernum, not just for their knowledge, but for their ability to read and write. When you get close, the sage turns and greets you.
Hello, travelers. I am Abil. It is a pleasure to meet you. I, like you, wander and seek knowledge.
Her interest in you isn't surprising. Sages often recruit adventurers to assist in their research. Sages have caused the deaths of far more adventurers than goblins have. Where have you wandered recently?
I have been traveling up the length of eastern Avernum. I recently visited the library of Formello, the recently rebuilt Kotra, and of course Silvar. And having seen what I could in the three larger cities, I came out here to further my research.
Kotra was rebuilt?
Yes, the city of Kotra on the large lake in the eastern gallery was destroyed when the Empire invaded. But they're rebuilding it now and doing an excellent job of it. No library yet, though.
Where are Silvar and Formello?
Formello is only a day's journey east of here, and Silvar is to the south on a river in the eastern gallery.
You chat with the sage for a bit. Though Mabille has a sweet smile and a serene face, you can almost hear her thoughts as she tries to figure out what she can get you to do. What sort of knowledge are you seeking?
My main area of study, when not using my literacy to perform odd jobs, is the Venatai. These strange alien creatures living in their homes far under our own caves are quite interesting to me. And of course their hostility makes them an important subject of study.
The Venatai live below us?
Far below us, in yet more long networks, much warmer and darker than our own. There they speak their own language and have their own strange practices, and perform powerful magics using crystals as focusing devices.
And the Venatai dislike us?
That is our belief, but it has been some years since we have had direct contact with any of them. But it was we who saved the humans on the surface when the Venatai were attempting to destroy them. The Venatai swore vengeance upon us, though there has been no sign of them carrying out their threat. Perhaps wisdom prevailed.
Why does research on the Venatai bring you up here? She solemnly removes something from a pouch at her belt and shows it to you. It is a fragment of carved crystal.
This crystal was found in an abandoned mine north of here. Happily, the miner who found it sold it to someone who recognized its nature and who sent it to me. The seemingly ordinary chunk of rock is Venatai work. From up here, I want to know what this bit of crystal broke off of and would pay well for the knowledge.
What makes you think it is Venatai work?
I have seen many of their crystals. I recognize the elegance of the craft, and mind you, it is recent work.
If I were to search for it, where would I look?
Leave Fort Draco and go north. The road will eventually turn east. Those abandoned mines are where the crystal is from.
What do the Venatai look like?
Believe it or not, I have never seen one, but witnesses report that they are tall, thin, gray, and surprisingly strong. They wear translucent robes and occasionally jewelry, and that is the bulk of what we know.
Can you teach me any magic?
I am afraid not. I know that it is a profitable line for a lot of sages, but I am not one of those. But I have heard that there is a hedge wizard living among the farms to the east. Maybe he can help you.
We'll keep that in mind, thank you. This shop has been abandoned. And can't get in there. Can get in there. Okay. Some coins. Quite a few crystals. Don't know why I went to that. And regular leather helmet. Don't need that one. Alright. Let's look around over here. Around the outside, as I normally do. Let's see. Tannic takes the letter from you, inspects it, and nods. Thank you. It's about time someone was able to get this to me. Adventurers, are you? You should find this handy. He hands you a pair of potions from behind the counter. This merchant has a small shop full of all sorts of useful supplies. He smiles. I'm Tannic. Welcome to my shop. I have a variety of goods for sale, and I can buy equipment you no longer need. How can I help you? I don't have anything we need to buy, but we do have something to sell. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Tannic. The thick
cloud of greasy smoke in the shop makes it difficult to see the proprietor. Eventually, you manage to make him out. He is standing by one of the counters, boiling some cave fungus down to a thick medicinal goo. Eventually, he turns to you. As your eyes water, he says, Sorry for the stench. Not easy to brew curing potions without a little suffering on the parts of passers-by. I'm Potion Master Hank, and this is my shop. I have a variety of wares and can make potions to order if needed. What potions do you have for sale? Okay, fair enough. You can make potions to order? It is one of the most profitable parts of my business. People bring me herbs they forage, I make potions for them, and keep a small amount of the ingredients for myself. I win, you win. For example, if you brought me healing herbs in adequate quantities, I could make you healing or curing potions. And with the right mix of herbs, I could make a brew to speed you up in combat. Very useful. Much in demand. I don't need any potions. And where do you get your potions ingredients? Oh dear. I can't share my best places. No alchemist does. Very unwise. You'll just have to find herbs the same way I do. Keep your eyes open while traveling around. You can often find remarkable things in out-of-the-way places. And even if you find a good place to gather herbs, you might lose it. Why, I recently lost one of my best fields when a hellhound moved in. Really? Where was this? Southeast of here, south of the road to Vermello, there's a marsh. There's a cave at the rear of it. Inside, I found a wide variety of useful herbs. Then, well, I'm not a warrior, and it's a hellhound. What can I do? But I could pay a bounty if someone could clear the thing out for me. Someone like an adventurer? Oh, gladly, we can take care of that. Ah, this must be his herb. Yeah, this must be where he gets his potion ingredients. Tool use isn't high enough to pick. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Okay. We'll take a look underneath later, I guess. Probably best. Locked. That one is not. But there's nothing in there we need. Okay. These are the Fort Draco docks. Normally they would be very busy. Barges bring food and supplies north from the Eastern Gallery and take valuable ore and crystals back south. However, the docks are at a standstill. The barges are tied up at the docks, unguarded and bare of goods. The sailors that would normally be steering them are in the inn to the south, drinking, fighting, and coping with the tedium. Avernum relies on its rivers to move goods around. These caves are not good for growing mushrooms, so a lack of imported food will be a real blow. This could be a serious problem. Those are just merchants. Interesting. Ooh, gold bars. Definitely take those. And bars of iron, we don't need to take them. We're not going to run all the way back. Not now. Bags of meal, gauntlets, and leather bracers, and a robe. Alright, we're good. Take a look around outside first. Not much else here. Ooh, a smith. This smithy is run by a tall, muscular smith Zerakai. Many of the best smiths in Avernum are smiths. They have a natural talent for it, and they like the heat that a forge provides. The smith touches his claws to his sides in a sign of peaceful greeting. I am S.S. Shas. This is my humble forging place. I greet you and hope to be of service. I'd like to trade with you. Yes, I am pleased. I can sell you what I have left in stock, or I can trade for your surplus gear. There is shortages of much here now, and I can take advantage. Well, you have a swift spear available. 8 to 24. That's a fair bit of damage, but we don't need it now. Something I'd like to sell? Yes. There we are. Can you craft any special equipment for me? Sadly, no. My humble skills are not adequate, but if you find fine leather or steel or focusing crystals in traveling, save them. Some smiths can forge them for you. Do many Zerakai live in this area? No, not many. I traveled here in Wanderlust. Most live in Great Cave. Bad history for us in these lands here. Where's the Great Cave? Far south of here, where the castle and many mightiest cities live. Largest slith town is Nass down there, where we live with humans in peace. There is bad history here? Yes, much tragedy. Some ignorant sliths, they fight the humans. make much war, make hatred for us among humans and Nephilim. I work to correct view, to make all see that slaves Herakai are proud and wise, and peaceful and less forced.
Tell me about these caves.
Though I miss my people, I like this place. Good forge and good work, and Commander treats me with respect. Also, many mines, good supply metal to work with.
Are you still able to get metal? The supplies haven't been disrupted?
No, for most part. Most chaos is west and east. West in Savage Lands, and east near Formello, not near mines. So get plenty of ordinary metal. Hard to get quality metal, though. Was getting shipment from north, but not get now. Hasn't come.
Where from? Perhaps I can pick it up if I pass by. The Slith looked surprised.
Ah, well, not want to be trouble, but if you buy mines to north and you meet Tresha, and you heading back here anyway, she has a package of metal for me.
Sure, gladly. Alright. Now let's take a look in here. A lot of sailors. You try to speak with this drunken sailor, but you don't learn anything. Well, you learn several new ways to swear and pick a fight, but nothing immediately useful. Okay then. This woman looks like she has been wearing the same suit of clothes for several weeks. They are nice clothes, or they were once, but now they are dirty and worn. And she's looking a bit dirty and worn too. She is sharp and alert, though. She noticed you the moment you walked into the bar. When you get close, she motions eagerly for you to sit down.
Excellent, adventurous, and I was hoping some would come to town soon. I am Bagley, an agent of His Majesty, and on a mission as well, and I need assistance with it.
You work for the king?
That is an honor I have been given. I spend much of my time in the castle coordinating, but sometimes I am chosen to go out and perform tasks. It is a risk all who are privileged to work at the castle share.
Where is the castle?
In the Great Cave, several days' barge ride to the south. It is a marvelous sight, the largest building in all of Avernum, and it's where King Starus resides and gives his command.
How long has Starus been king?
Not long, but he is very wise for his young age. I believe he was only 14 when he got the crown. Fortunately, he has advisors to guide him and keep him from going astray.
Well, requisata in possum King Micah. A pity he passed. Hopefully King Starus is worthy of the crown. What do you coordinate?
Everything. Supplies, troops, communications, helping the farthest reaches of Avernum speak with each other. If a murderer escapes the abyss, for example, I warn the areas we believe he is heading. Not a hypothetical example, of course.
Leaving the castle is a risk?
Of course. Avernum is a risky place, and riding on one of those rickety leaky barges down underground rivers was risky even before monsters started going out of their way to sink them.
How did you get to this fort?
I took a barge. That is the way people travel when they are in a hurry, or their time is valuable. But now, well, that sort of travel is not advised.
You need my help with a mission?
Yes, I am authorized to formally request all adventurers I encounter to help His Majesty with a task. I am hunting a known killer named Tolliver. After murdering a merchant in an attempt at robbery, he slipped into the abyss. Then he escaped the abyss and came up here, trying to escape justice. I have tracked him to a hole near here, though he will be difficult to reach.
Where is Tolliver now?
He is hiding in a cave to the southeast. It is north of the road to Formello. However, he has done a very good job of trapping it. Entering from the front would be very dangerous. Fortunately, there's another way in.
How can I reach Tolliver?
It is a well-known secret that there is a hidden escape tunnel leaving Fort Draco. Tolliver does not know that secret. He has constructed his hideout at the entrance to the tunnel. With care and luck, you may be able to surprise him from behind. Alas, the commander is annoyed that I know about the tunnel, and I do not think that he cares for me. He has refused to give me access to it. Perhaps an adventurer in his employ might have more luck.
What is the abyss?
It is a nest of ruffians and thugs at the western edge of Avernum. It is where we exile Empire spies and petty criminals, banished and forbidden to return from Avernum. Ironically, it serves much the same purpose to Avernum as Avernum once served to the Empire.
We'll see what we can do about that. This man has been running an inn here for many years. His name is Crisper, and you met him when you stayed here on the way out to Fort Monastery. Decades here on the frontier have left him an utter nervous wreck. When you walk up to the bar, he points at you with a shaky hand.
No room! We have food and drinks, that's it. The rooms are all taken. What? What do you want? Anything?
Well, let's see what you have. Fair enough. Are there any missions you need done?
What? Missions, jobs? Things that take up your time? What do I look like? I'm an innkeeper. I don't need anyone assassinated. I don't need you to steal anything from me. What do I need? I need someone to wipe the tables. You interested in that? Didn't think so.
A lot of sailors here?
Yes, and they will be until the barges can leave. It's good for my business, but bad for my nerves.
Heard any interesting rumors?
Rumors? Yeah, I heard a rumor. I heard that monsters are everywhere and everything is falling apart. And that pylon outside the walls, I heard a rumor that its constant humming and vibrating is going to drive me out of my mind.
Where are the monsters coming from?
The pits of hell, my aunt's cave, my pants! How should I know? Talk to the commander. He knows things I don't.
What pylon?
It's just outside the north wall. Some mages and workers came and built it and left. Don't know anything about it except that I can always hear it hum and nobody else can. It drives me mad.
Okay then, I'll leave you to it. Just another sailor over there. Let's see. Trash in there. Hello. Oh, it's just a sailor. Your conversation with this sailor is very short. It mostly involves his asking why you are in his room, combined with several harsh comments regarding your appearance, ancestry, and the availability of your mother. Lovely. Same thing with that sailor. And those stairs go down into the basement. Interesting. Well, that passage basically leads over there, but nothing else. Let's see. Locked, but pick the lock. Ooh. Couple scrolls. Those could be handy. Lightning spray and group heal. They're things. And this leads up to in here. Okay. Well, let's see if you will give us passage. Bagley asked me to track down a bandit for him, but I need access to the escape tunnel under the fort. Can you help? She's not supposed to know about that tunnel, nor are you. But if the secret is out, and if a representative of the king, I'll have the door unlocked for you. The trapdoor down to the tunnel is in the southeast corner of the fort at the base of the wall. Alright, thank you. We'll go check it out. And you know what? Next episode, we will go take care of that. Then head back to Fort Monastery and tell that guy, and clear out the areas to the southwest where that Worm Queen is located. That'll be in the next episode. Till then, I'm Chester44. That is Nova, Liren, John, and Pyrrha. This has been an Avernum 4 Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.